Hey everybody, it's Claire here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Melbourne, and I'm here today to talk to you all about a product that I'm so excited that Stampin' Up are carrying it now in the new holiday catalogue, and this is the Delicata metallic ink pads. Now these ink pads I think are the best metallic ink pads on the market to give you really great luster and shine and to be able to have a long-lasting effect. So you will find them on page 16 in our holiday catalogue with the red cover. 16, so we're carrying three colours. We're carrying the golden glitz and we carry the celestial copper and the silvery shimmer. So this one is the celestial copper and I'll be playing with that today. And this one is the silvery shimmer. We'll be playing with that, and you also can purchase re-inkers for each of them as well. So I'll just show you the very basics. So we've got our ink pads here, and you can get re-inkers. I've only got the celestial copper and the silvery shimmer, but we also sell the golden glitz one in the new holiday catalogue. So let's have a look. As I said, I store them upside down actually, so you've always got lots of ink there ready to go. And then it's just a matter of stamping like normal. Hold it down there for a bit for the ink to transfer. And there you go, you've got your greeting there, and very difficult to see. But you get this beautiful lustrous effect that if you leave to air dry will be ready to go to use on your project. So I'll show you how it looks on a variety of different cardstocks, and I'll show you some close-ups of these in a moment. So I've got a crumb cake there. I'll show you the close-ups in a tick. This one's Whisper White. This one is on Shimmery White, the silver. Shimmery White, you'll be able to see the luster much better on the close-ups. This one is Basic Black. This one's the silver shimmer on Pretty Peacock. So hard to get my mouth around that one. And this one's the celestial copper and the silver shimmer on Very Vanilla, and a nice bit of pink of some sort there as well. So a bit more of a close-up on these so you can see the beautiful shine and luster. So that's the silver shimmer on Shimmery White cardstock. This is the silver shimmer on the Pretty Peacock. This is the silver shimmer and the celestial copper on Very Vanilla. This is the celestial copper and the shimmery silver on Whisper White and on Crumb Cake cardstock and on some Basic Black. So I think it gives a great effect on different types of cardstock. In this technique, we are going to be sponging onto cardstock, embossed cardstock, using the Delicata ink. So I've got my silvery shimmer ink pad here and a sponge dauber, and all we're doing is dabbing the sponge dauber in to the ink and actually dabbing it on. You can rub it as well, but I find you get better coverage if you actually dab it onto the areas that you want to highlight. Just brush it over those ones a bit. So as you can see, that's giving a really great silvery lustrous effect, which is what I want to create for the background of my card. And you would need to leave that to air dry for approximately 10 minutes. And thanks to the nature of television, we've got one I've created earlier. So here's how my finished project looks. So I've used that sponged background there on the woodland folder on the background, and then I've picked up some of that silver by having our beautiful little prancing reindeer, and I've stamped the greeting, "A Joyful Christmas to You," in there as well. So I love how that turned out. Gives a real wow to the background of the card. I've also got another one here to show you where I've used the celestial copper on, I've used it on the early espresso cardstock. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that one yet, but I love the effect that I got, so I'll definitely be using that. So keep an eye on my blog. So another technique I can show you using the Delicata inks, this one actually uses the re-inker, is to create a shimmer spray. So what I've done is I've used, I filled about half up with isocol, so rubbing alcohol, and then I popped about 4 drops of the celestial copper in there. So the rubbing alcohol actually dries really quickly, which is the benefit of using that, even though it's water-based ink. You could use water as well, but I like to use the rubbing alcohol. That's probably about 15 to 20 centimeters away. I love it so much. So because it dries so quickly with the alcohol ink, you can see it drying the liquid away, and you get that beautiful shimmery effect. So I label mine, and I will keep this one now for the copper, and I can see myself using that on lots of Christmas cards. So I'll show you a card that I've actually already done that on, which is this one here, and also has some stamping on it as well. Have a closer look at this card. You can see the beautiful lustre from the leaves and on the urn. And then can you also see, a little bit harder to see, but see that shimmer there that's on the early espresso cardstock? So that's from the spray that we created. For the last technique I'm going to show you, we're going to create our own wink of Stella using the Delicata ink pads. So what you're doing is actually watercoloring with the beautiful shimmery inks. So this is super simple. Just get a scrap piece of cardstock. So what you want to do is pick up some of the ink out of your ink pad by smushing an acrylic block onto your ink pad. We'll close that. And then using one of your aqua painters, don't want it too wet, but you're just actually picking up the ink. So you could use that to do some calligraphy, which I'm not very good at, so I won't be doing. See if I can write my name. Not too bad. But that certainly wasn't what I was intending to use it for. But you can see you're getting that beautiful shimmer, and the watercolor, because it's water-based, the ink comes straight out of your watercolor pen as well, your aqua painter, so that's fantastic as well. So how I have used this technique, and I really love, is on this card, excuse me, where I have added in some copper highlights onto my magnolia and on some of the leaves. So I'll show you a close-up of that. Here's a closer look showing you the beautiful shimmer that you can get when you're using your aqua painter. That one's actually stamped, obviously, but you can see the beautiful lustre. And Then this is where I have added highlights using my aqua painter.